It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. We're having ourselves a good day. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Jonathan Dent. John, nice drive in this morning. A little bit cool, though, up north.
Yeah, I looked outside and I saw the dew, and I'm like, it can't have been frost already. I know I'm saying that word.
Don't even go there.
But no, it wasn't. Just dew. Lots of dew.
Yeah, and Mayo started off the morning at 41. Grayling at 44. Houghton Lake at 46, Alpena 46, Oscoda 47, Gaylord at 46. I think they're trying to tell us something.
It's getting chilly.
Yeah. Well, a little bit of a warm-up coming up here in just a minute. But right now, as far as our temperatures, what are we looking at, John?
We are warming up quite a bit. Out at the airport, they've got 68. Downtown Midland's got 68. And here at Radio Center, we're at a nice balmy 71.
Downtown Bay City's at 70. And I noticed the humidity. It's up in the 60s.
68, 65.
Yeah. So we had a little bit of dew out there, a little bit of fog. In some cases, it was pea soup thick type stuff. It was pretty foggy there for about, 2 hours, two and a half hours. And then things kind of cleared off a little bit. We got a high pressure system that is, actually two of them. One not so big. The other one is to the immediate west of us. Over in the Iowa area. The second one is up further, and that one, the two of them working together are going to put us not only in the mostly sunny side of things, but keep our temperatures moderate today. We're about average. Average right now is 76 in the afternoon and 55 at night. So we're going to be, I think, a little bit warmer. We'll probably work our way up to about 78 with mostly sunny skies. But tomorrow, 82, Friday, 86, Saturday, it's beginning to sound like a broken record. Saturday, 80s, mid 80s. And then Saturday night, here we go. Another system going to be affecting our weather. So there'll be a chance of some shower activity. I really don't think we're going to see much in the way of precipitation on Saturday until midnight or maybe after. And then during the day on Sunday, it's going to be one of those on again, off again clouds, maybe a glimpse of sun, shower go through. A little bit better chance as far as coverage goes of shower activity on Sunday. And unlike last Sunday and Monday, I think more folks are going to get some rain. It looks threatening Sunday and Monday of Labor Day weekend, but a lot of folks didn't get much of anything in the way of moisture. But you go west of I-75, and they started to pick up a little bit more as we worked our way through the Labor Day weekend. Not going to be necessarily the case this time. We are looking for a little bit more of an overall rain shower activity, northern Michigan as well as southern Michigan. Northern Michigan isn't going to get by with mostly sunny skies through the upcoming weekend. It looks like, as I said, Sunday is not necessarily going to be a good day to be outside, middle 70s, chance of rain. Saturday is going to be the pick of the two. And then as we move into the beginning of the work week next week, we're going to be looking at partly cloudy skies, chance of showers on Monday, still a chance of some showers around on Tuesday, but those chances will be waning as we go into a Monday night and then into Tuesday. Temperature-wise, as we said, low 70s Monday and Tuesday. Middle 70s on Sunday. Sunday is going to be pretty average. Friday and Saturday, quite a bit above average as far as the temperatures go. And then we're going to watch next week. Next week, there's going to be some tendencies for below average temperatures to the south of Michigan. It's going to be a relatively short-lived phenomenon, but there will be some chillier than average temperatures in the Ohio River Valley and in the Tennessee Valley, and then all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico, which is kind of interesting because this time of the year, those folks should be getting hurricanes, tropical storms, all that sort of stuff. It's been pretty calm so far.
Yeah, I remember they were reporting not too long ago that there hasn't been really a named storm that's come through yet this year.
And everything I'm seeing right now, as far as projections, are indicating that whatever tropical storms there are, if they become named, right now they're pretty much staying in the Atlantic and maybe working their way up through the Bahamas and well offshore along the Atlantic coast. So we'll just have to see if that trend continues. But right now, because we have a series of high pressure, that's pushing a lot of that away from the continental United States and moving it out into the Atlantic Ocean. Record high in this day is 94. That was set back in 1960. The record low 36, set in the flood year of 1986. A year ago, 83 was our high, 51 was our low. We picked up a little bit more than an inch of rain a year ago today. For the calendar year, ending on the 7th of September a year ago, we had just a hair more than 20 inches of rain altogether. So far, what we're looking at right now is 20 and a half inches of rain. So that fast start that we got that delayed all the spring planting, we've had a relatively drier than average summer. And as a result, we just haven't seen the continuation of more and more moisture. Of course, we all know Mother Nature has a way of balancing things out. And the best guess that we have is over an 18-month period of time, you get that balancing. So I don't know if our string has run out yet or not, but we are looking at that winter forecast, and that's something that we'll talk about as we roll through the month of September. More on the weather as we go through. Oh, incidentally, sun will set this evening at 8:01, rise tomorrow morning at 7:08. Tomorrow, sunset will be at 8 o'clock. And then the next time we'll see a sunset at 8 o'clock will be March the 29th of next year.
Wow.
Yeah. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, we have Cody Harris over at Star of the West, and he's going to give us some interesting news on those markets. But before we do that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. They want you to be ready. It's all called risk management. And it's also, they want you to be ready with that wheat crop that hopefully you're going to be putting in this fall, and make sure that you're protected with that. Give yourself the advantage when the good things happen and protect yourself against all the bad things when you work with the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency, licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. You can get hold of their agents on their cell for questions or emergencies, or you can call the office. That's in downtown Reese, 989-868-4722. Cody, ready to go, John?
I think so. I think he's got some good news for us, too, this morning. Cody, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How you doing today?
Hey, not too bad. I took a look at the wheat, and it was like, whoa. I told John, I said, wait a minute here. The last time I looked, we were pretty close to 40 cents to the positive there.
Yeah, we may have backed off a little bit from the highs here at the moment, but overall, yeah, we're wheat market's definitely the one pulling all the other markets up here at the moment. It's been a little crazy morning here, to say the least, in the wheat trading world. I guess to not delay it right now, I guess looking at everything the way it sits. Oh, yeah, cash wheat, that's up 34 at the moment, 801 on the white, 751 on the red. New crop 23 wheat, that's up 24, 845 on the white, $7.95 on the red. Looking over at cash corn, that at the moment is unchanged at $6.56. New crop corn also unchanged at $6.21. Then looking over at soybeans, cash soybeans are up 7 at $14.96. And new crop soybeans are also up 7 at $13.41.
Nice to see those soybeans working their way up a little bit. They had a pretty hard hit.
Oh, yeah. They've been, I think, before today, I think 5 of the last 6 trading days, they had been taking it on the chin. So they're definitely getting a little bit of pull up here from wheat this morning. More has to do on the soybean side of things with some fun buying, a little bit of risk maybe being priced into that market. But, I mean, I guess break it off, I guess the news right now that everything's trading on right now, guys, is Putin over in Russia. He was speaking at an economic forum this morning, and he took aim at that deal brokered by Turkey and the United Nations. And he was saying that Ukrainian grain exports were not going to the world's poorest countries as originally intended. And that really striked up a lot of, I don't know if fear in traders have not, but there was a lot of fun buying this morning. And then we had this news come out that he was really kind of bashing this deal, I guess, as far as what's been going on, as far as shipments, at least from what he's been seeing on his end. But that really got the market excited here today.
Well, I guess. Cody, you take care. Have a good one. We'll talk to you again soon. All righty?
You as well. Thank you.
You bet. Cody Harris over at Star of the West. I think Doug Klein's got some interesting news too, John.
I'm sure he always has some interesting news. We're going to head on over to Oppenheimer to talk with Doug in just a moment. But first, market report, this midweek market report brought to you by the folks at Schaefer and Beerline. Are you ready to upgrade to a new Ram truck for your family farm? Now is the time to order your new Ram 1500, 2500, or 3500. So you should see the folks at Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, the Great Lakes Bay certified ag dealer. They specialize in all models of new Ram commercial trucks and vans, and ordering is the way to go. You can buy with confidence from Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth since 1852, where Family and Service sells cars. Also by Thumb Bank, who's been serving agriculture for over 125 years. They've got 2 locations in Bay City, also Cass City, Caseville, Pigeon, Bad Axe, and Marlette. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. And now for the latest in the markets, let's head over to Oppenheimer, where Doug Klein is standing by. Doug, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, not too bad. That crude oil kind of jumped out at me a little bit. The last that I saw was down in the, low 80s?
Yeah, 83 and a quarter. Nobody takes the other side of a trade anymore, which, when crude oil's going down, everybody's cheering. Wheat's going up, everybody's cheering. Nobody's taking the other side of the trade. Extreme volatility is what we get, and it's, as long as it's in your favor, extreme volatility is good, but it can cut both ways. New York is ending their mask mandate. The communist, corrupt state of New York is ending their mask mandate finally. So that should bode well for the markets in general. It's a good thing. We'll see if that helps us. Another 160-foot yacht went down yesterday near Greece.
Wow.
The GPS failed, and I'm just guessing somebody hijacked it and said, because you want me to buy a self-driving car, right? Yeah,
yep.
Right.
You're on your own.
Yeah, right. My self-driving yacht just ran ashore and tipped over near Greece. Give me a break.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kim Kardashian is starting a hedge fund. Oh boy, are we in trouble now? Oh yes, he is.
Oh no.
He's going to manage Pelosi's money and Hillary's money and all that stuff, and they're going to call it private equity, but I don't know if there's anything about those girls that's private.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could get her for some market reports.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh boy. So that's all we got going on. Here's your numbers, though. The September corn is 681, up a quarter of a penny.
Oops. I think we lost him. Yep. Started talking about Kim Kardashian and everything. Just
see what happens. Yep.
Yeah. It just went away. Unbelievable. Yeah. We're getting Doug back here. Yeah. Well, we're getting Doug. Just want to mention one thing, and that is coming up tomorrow. We are going to be talking about Johnson's Pumpkin Farm. Their opening is this coming weekend at the Pumpkin Farm, and it's going to be a really busy number of weeks out at Johnson's, as many of you will attest over the years. So mark that down. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about Johnson's. And then on Friday, the folks at Steiner Tractor are having us go out to the Octagon Barn out in Gagetown. And that's going to be a lot of fun. It always is. The Octagon Barn Festival, the Fall Family Days, starts on Saturday and goes through Sunday, but they have a big fish fry on Friday night. So, and that's from 4 until 7, and the weather's going to be ideal for all of that. So mark that down. A couple of events going on. Johnson's Pumpkin Farm tomorrow. We'll be broadcasting from there, talking about their new season, and also Thumb Octagon Barn, the Fall Family Days. They're going to be highlighting the house, which is celebrating 100 years this year, John. Set it up all the way back in 1922, and they got it all remodeled for people to take a look at. So that promises to be a lot of fun. Now, let's get back to Doug Klein.
We've resolved our phone issues that happen when you talk about she
Kim
who
Kardashian.
will not be named. Let's head back to Doug Klein.
Geez, we got hacked.
Yes, we did.
Oh, my. Crossed the line. Oh, no. Well, let me just start you off right at the top of the grains. With September corn at $6.81, up a quarter of a penny. December corn now $6.76 and a quarter, up a quarter of a penny. And the September of 23 corn is $6.34 and a quarter, down 2.5. November soybeans $14.05 and 3/4, up 7 cents. The March soybeans $14.12 and 3/4, up 6 cents. And November of 23 soybeans $13.42 and 3/4, up 6 3/4. September wheat is $8.35 and a half, up 35 and a half. December wheat $8.49 and 3/4, up 32 and 3/4. And the July of 23 wheat is $8.63 and 3/4, up 22 and 3/4. Crude oil is $83.13, down $3.75. Heating oil is $3.58.19. That is up 0.8 of a penny. Gasoline is $2.35.07. That's down 6.5 cents. It kind of puts us really close to $3 at the pump. So, they got some wiggle room now. Natural gas is $7.89.5. That's down 31.5 cents. So over to currencies, Canadian dollar. US dollar buys you 131.71 Canadian. That is up 19 ticks. The dollar buys you 144.40 yen. That's up 161 ticks. And that was a big, rise in the amount of yen that the dollar would buy. In other words, the yen is sinking big time against the dollar. The euro is at 99.42. That's up 4 ticks, and the dollar's at 110.15. Currently down 6 ticks, but this morning was up quite a bit. So it's had kind of a round robin. One of the Fed governors was talking it down today. So just trying to help the markets out, I guess. Gold is at $17.0950, up $9.10. Silver is at $17.79.5, unchanged, and platinum is at $846.20, up $12.30.
Keep us on top of things there, Doug. We'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Jerry Samalski joining me right now from Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Well, we've had some really nice weather here, Jerry, but I started digging a few holes the other day. It's dry out there.
Terry, that's the thing that people really don't understand, that even though I had an inch of rain at my house last week, it just goes away so quickly. And I haven't been keeping up with a couple plants that need a lot of water, and they're showing the signs. So, water is still important to us, even though we've gotten some and the grass is greening up. Doesn't mean that those plants that need a lot of water have enough. So water.
Go ahead, do it. Hopefully we don't have to worry about the irrigation system here for a while, right?
Well, I think a little bit. I'm not going to shut mine down until mid-October.
Hey, there you go, Jerry. Thanks. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. All righty.
Yep.
Jerry Samalski, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Quick break, and then we've got Scott Duma on the line with Nutrient Ag.
Soil prep for next year begins as soon as the harvest is over. Don't miss out on nutrients you can return to your soil. Applying a Dairy Dew compost blend accelerates the conversion of crop stubble into next year's plant food. That remaining plant material is full of nutrients you want to return to the soil. Dairy Dew blends from Morgan Composting, like K2, Gypsum Plus, and Layer Ash Blend with Gypsum, helps with decomposition, releasing those nutrients for next year's crops while also adding good biology and other missing nutrients to your soil. Like a lot of things right now, supplies are limited, so contact Morgan Composting to place your order for fall and lock in your price now. Crops don't wait. The seasons don't wait. You shouldn't wait. Address soil health now for better yields next year. Not sure which is the best Dairy Dew compost blend for your fields? Contact a soil health expert at Morgan Composting for a consultation and soil testing. Call today or visit dairydew.com to learn more.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Ed Raymond's, quality clothing and shoes since 1919. Carhartts, Red Wing shoes and boots, Stormy Cromer accessories, all available today at Ed Raymond's, 151 West Broad Street in Chesaning. Along with me, Scott Dumas with Nutrient Ag. We've been talking all about harvest, Scott. We've been talking about getting the soil ready for fall. Boy, there's a lot of things to do right now, isn't there?
There sure is. I've actually seen some harvest going on. I mean, some sugar beets coming off here, some early dig, and I've heard some dry beans coming off. I actually heard a guy this morning say they might try some soybeans next week in the eastern thumb area. So harvest is rapidly approaching.
What about the soil moisture? What have you seen? Just all over the place?
It sure is. Just on the rainfall over the weekend, I heard reports, north of Bay City there and that Linwood, Auburn, up in that area, 1 to 2 inches of rain. Where you start moving south and east, there was no rain. So soil moisture is variable. I mean, the growers are seeing that from section to section, field to field. So that'll play a little role in going into harvest as well, and possibly planting winter wheat here this fall. Some cover crops, I think, got finished up primarily last week. So soil moisture is definitely important.
All right. Scott, thanks for keeping us on top of things. We'll be talking to you again soon. You take care, all right?
Thanks, you too, Terry.
You bet. Scott Dumas with Nutrient Ag. Speaking of the dry beans, why don't we slide over to the Michigan Bean Commission's Joe Kramer. Joe, just finishing up, from what I understand, the dry bean variety research plot. You got one more tonight, right?
We do. We're in Sandusky at Stoutberg Farms tonight at 6, and dinner to follow at the Custer Township Hall. But we did feel a little bit of that moisture under our feet in Bay County last night.
As far as the harvest goes, are we just starting now to get into dry bean harvest?
We are, Terry. A few loads of color beans coming off over in Montcalm County. A couple loads of navy beans were taken off yesterday, with some more today up in Huron County. But I think we've got probably obviously a bigger week next week, and I still think we're probably going to peak around the 20th with bean harvest this year. But everybody's kind of geared up for about an average yield. A lot of pods that don't have many beans in them, and I think that's a bit concerning. The dry weather, I think, just got the best of this crop and kind of took the top end off in it.
What about quality, real quick? What do you think?
I think everybody feels pretty good about quality. Hopefully we can keep a little bit of moisture in these beans, keep the check seed coats low, and get them in the bin.
Yeah. Joe, thanks a lot. You take care. Have a good time tonight. We'll talk to you again next week. All righty?
Yep. Bye-bye.
All righty. We'll be right back.
How do you make the most of your land? Well, it depends who you ask. If you ask the Wrens or the Caggianos, who run with us on John Deere mowers, they'd tell you.
I mow first, then I do all the trimming.
Get as much done in advance as possible.
I jump out of the house, a cup of coffee, and I'm at work.
But the Upshaws, the Hubbards, and the Allens, who work behind the wheel of John Deere compact tractors, would say,
something that's worth doing isn't always easy. If it's something you want, just go after it and try it.
And most of all,
I'll make the earth take the shape that I want it to take.
then there's the Nelsons and the Mosers, who may mention from the seat of their Gator UTVs.
It's important to just take it one day at a time.
You can't be all working up, right?
The most fun we have on the Gator is just ripping around the property.
It's a way of life. There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a deer.
Contact one of Tri-County Equipment's 11 locations in Bad Axe, Birch Run, Burton, Caro, Fenton, Lapeer, Marlette, Reese, Rochester Hills, Saginaw, or Sandusky, or visit Tri-County Equipment online at tricountyequipment.com.
Farm Service has been brought to you today by the folks at the Frankenmuth Credit Union. Make them your hometown financial solution. Find out more by going to frankenmuthcu.org. Back at 12:30. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios